Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it wasn't the quick go move around that we were hoping for here. We did have a little bit of a lobby issue, and then the coordinator went down and etc. But we finally have a game number one kicking off now of this next best of three. And you're seeing the black screen right now. There we go. It's been a long day, guys. I apologize. All right. So, anyways, here's the draft underway. Effect versus Team Kinguin here in this best of three. Coming at you. So looking forward to seeing what happens here. And what is some Group B action now for the SkinCoin WCA. Speaking of that, if you type exclamation point SkinCoin in chat, you can get information on the giveaway going on, as well as if you go to skincoin.org, you can check out the latest cryptocurrency on the esports market. Trading your favorite Dota 2 and CSGO skins. Again, that's skincoin.org. All right, the draft underway here now for this game one of our best of three. We have an Ancient Apparition first pick, Faceless Void, Nyx Assassin response, but yet again we get an early Chaos Knight pick. This hero just continues to show more and more within this event, especially here, ZrRock. If you're there.
I am.
Awesome.
Sort of?
Kinda. Sorta. All right, well. We got Chaos Knight. Yeah. We got some Chaos Knight action, and we saw him plenty in the previous series, and it's so far back now, but I want to say in the first series, again, Kinguin took out, what was Mouse Sports there, 2-1, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, Exotic Deer definitely played at least a game on Chaos Knight, if not a couple, honestly, so they, too, like the hero.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see the Void on the other side with an AA picked already. Definitely curious to see how this is going to pan out in the later game. I mean, Chronosphere can kind of work backwards if you catch a couple allies.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous for that purpose too. Sorry, guys, I'm updating the odds right here. They ended up switching sides at the last second. I realized.
10 seconds remaining.
Give me a second.
5
make
seconds
sure that's
remaining.
appropriate. Okay, there we go. All right, so the final, or the fourth band's coming out now. Effect taking out Viper. You got Darks here, taken away by Kinguin on the other side.
Dire team ban.
And there's the Clockwork coming out even. Band here.
I'm wondering if we're going to see an Earthshaker out of Kinguin here with this kind of lineup.
Radiant
You don't have a
team
Faceless Void to set up your AA, so it kind of moves Nyx and Earthshaker way up on the tier list. Both of those can do very, very well with it. Both still sitting there wide open.
That they are. So Effect's been a pretty impressive team, honestly. It's again, they had to qualify through the initial CIS region here to get to this point, and then so far they got the one win. They defeated Mouse Sports, as I mentioned, 2-0. Yesterday, I believe that was even, but they did lose to Mid-or-Feed 2-1. They were able to take a game off of them, though. Wow, this is a Skywrath mage, though. Okay,
10 seconds remaining.
These drafts definitely do not disappoint when it comes to just some fun picks every once in a while. Like
5
we're
seconds
seeing a fair amount of that, where there's at least one or two heroes that's like, all right, we got this one in this game, and in this case, it's a Skywrath mage. For Effect here.
That's Skywrath's really interesting. Generally, seen as fairly weak into CK, so it's definitely going to be interesting. There's the Earthshaker, like I was talking about. Just a good control option when you have an AA.
Skywrath. So weak into a CK, is that why would you say that? It's because of this.
Is squishy. I mean, if CK gets even the main hero on top of him, he can even one-shot him. So it's just risky. Mag can shore up some of Faceless Void's weaknesses here, though. Get him going on the farm, and provides you a little bit of cleave damage as well. This lineup's just interesting out of Effect. The Skywrath just looks so out of place. Unless it's a mid-sky, and I don't foresee that happening.
5 seconds remaining.
It could be a mid-sky. I mean, they still need their mid-hero, so that's potentially there. But yeah, if you're going to pick up the support Skywrath mage, perhaps why would you do it? I guess is the obvious question. And then off the bat, what I can think about is you want a support that can even
just dump the R into Chrono.
Yeah,
it does 1 billion damage.
Exactly. The Mystic Flare there. You also the Silence. The Ancient Seal Silence is really strong against certain heroes.
There's just other heroes that can do the same thing though. There's other heroes that can do damage in Chronosphere, and they're not Skywrath. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited to see a Skyrath.
But it's that classic case of there's a reason he's not picked up a lot, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, we get to see him here. What role he's going to be in, still not 100% determined, but.
Like, it's interesting because Skyrath ult splits the damage across all the heroes in the AoE, but it doesn't do anything to illusions. So it's going to do full damage to CK if they can stun the CK and he chucks it into a whole army of CK illusions. But it's just flat damage. It's not percentage based, it's nothing like that. So as CK scales up and gets tankier, it's just going to get harder and harder.
That's a lot of physical threat coming out. They throw TA in there now for Kinguin's lineup, so.
Is this where they just Pugna on the side of effect?
You like the Pugna option?
Remaining.
It'd be alright.
Decrepify.
5 seconds.
Pretty good value here. We'll see if that gets banned out or not. If you're a Kinguin, definitely wouldn't be surprised to see that as an option. Also,
you know what I actually own here?
Okay.
Mid ZrRock. I'm like, not even kidding. It's seen play. There was 1 or 2 games in Southeast Asia it did get picked up, and it's still got some teeth to it. It struggles to win the game, but it gets you ahead in the game.
We did see it. We saw ZrRock earlier, actually. It's funny you bring up that hero. In our first series, it was a support ZrRock in the end, and it failed horribly, and the lineup just fell apart. But we did actually see that hero in the beginning of today.
Team pick.
I'm also wondering if something like a Jakiro could be an option for effect here. Good against TA with the refraction due to the liquid fire.
No, it'd be very good. I mean, no matter how you swing this, effect probably doesn't win the late game.
Wow.
Now that's going to be like an aggro tri-lane with the Ursa or with the CK, leaving the other one solo safe. They'll probably leave Ursa against Mag and then run an aggro tri. That's yeah, effect doesn't win the late game no matter what they do. So I think they need to pick to win lanes, pick to win tempo.
5 seconds
Pugna
remaining.
still seems like a good pick here, right? Like, I don't think Ursa changes that
Pugna
idea.
and Jakiro both, yeah. I'm okay with either of them.
So, you mentioned possibly like an aggressive trial with like the Chaos Knight or the Ursa, but what about a support Chaos Knight now?
It could be.
And yeah.
What if effect just... Okay, so if effect runs mid-mag and runs offlane Void, they could jam a Sven in here. Warcry just seems so good this game. Like, I'm pretty sure you just win a team fight if you Warcry like your whole team prior to the initiation.
Was it 20 armor at level 4 plus the move speed you get? So that does sound pretty damn strong, actually. Things like bucklers, just casual bucklers, this game could potentially be pretty strong even.
Well, and it does very well into Chaos Knight with all that cleave damage, all that armor, so he can't really get one shot. I actually really like it here. It is going to be a Jakiro, though. So they can't lose lanes. If they lose more than the lane the AA is in, I don't even see how they come back into this game.
All right, who was that guy in chat trying to tell us how to pronounce his name? Is it Kasor? He was saying? Kasor? I think it was Kasor was how he was technically suggesting is how it should be pronounced. But it's important to bring that out because Kasor is playing the Chaos Knight right now, and he is their 4-position support player. Patos is their offlaner, so it looks like they are going to be running the support Chaos Knight instead of the core. So, got that. I've heard about the idea of it and how it's. I mean, it seems like it makes sense, right? Like his skill set's great for the potential, the Chaos Bolt and the Reality Rift.
Skills cost 1 billion mana.
Well, get some mangoes early on. You're fine.
I mean, that's what Fluff and stuff tried to do. He bought 5 mangoes and a courier to start the game the last time he tried it.
I don't know about 5 mangoes, but
it was pretty funny. He used 4 of the 5 in the first, 4 minutes, too.
Jesus. Just spam Reality
It is going to be
something.
1 mango, 1 lace, couple clarities.
Yeah. So expecting him to move early on. But we do see the Jakiro again. And Aphanine's their mid player. He is sure enough playing it here. So again, liking the idea of the matchup against TA. And the Ice Path, the Macro Pyre, the skill set of Jakiro does feel like it's going to be really strong in this game. Goes back to the lineup of Kinguin, and they are melee, not really melee heavy necessarily, TA, of course, ranged, but the Shiros don't want to run at you, and Jakiro ideally prevents that from happening effectively here. So
I just feel like Purple's name is how like a 2 or 3 year old would say Afro Ninja. Afro Ninja.
When I first saw this team, I think I did call him that, just thinking it was it. And then I realized there's no R, definitely not Ninja. Afro Ninja. That's what I go with at least.
Ninja.
I mean, we could just make that a thing, like right now, just be like, all right, we're just gonna
start calling him Afro Ninja.
Afro Ninja. I mean, that's official now. We have the power here if we wanted to do that. Do we want to abuse the power? That's the question. I would love to abuse my powers now. Can I unpause the game? Is that possible as an observer?
Yes.
Do I want to try it?
No.
Do I want to keep getting invited back to casts? Probably, so probably shouldn't unpause the game. But yeah, we were having a little bit of a delay here where the coordinator was actually being updated apparently for a while, and then it was done updating, but then Effect actually apparently went AFK like as a team. Like literally no one was responding from their team for like 15 minutes. But then they came back. And thus here we are in game number 1 of this final best of 3 now for the day. And bear with me, guys. Third best of 3. Both of the previous ones going the distance, so haven't had much break time. But we're grinding through.
Something we can talk about. Give Twitch chat a little drama to feed on. Moon Meander did just post that he's no longer with Digital Chaos.
Oh, yeah.
And neither are 2 other players. At the moment, they have Abed and Blola on their rosters. The only 2 people, and we are 7 hours now from roster lock.
Didn't you say 6 hours earlier?
It was 8 hours and 19 minutes when I looked before.
I swear you said 6 hours.
4 hours
earlier.
and 49 minutes now.
Okay. Went up. Okay, so it's like 4. So the point is, it's very soon here. So, yeah, it's we're seeing a little bit of that. And you mentioned that, actually. Team Tuho announced their disbandment earlier today. My boys, no longer. Insania and Mickey, we'll see where they end up. That whole crew there. You got Demon, of course, Garter, and Koikfa. All very, definitely named players there that I would not be surprised to see them kind of sneaking into some other teams and as that roster lock situation takes place. But yeah, you're right with the DC situation. That's one that I can't say I'm too surprised, but at the same time, it is a little surprising because where are they going to go now, right? Like, how do you
But what is there to go for? They didn't make a qualifier.
True.
If you don't make a single tournament, your next 2 months are wide open anyway, and that's basically roster lock time. And Valve still hasn't really specified what the roster locks actually do this time around. Since your invites to qualifiers aren't anything to do with it, I don't know. I don't get the point of the roster locks right now.
It does feel a little out of place. That's a discussion for something else, something like a podcast show that's released every Friday called .pro that you can check out on defenseofthepatients.com maybe. But yeah, that's
smart.
Discussion for another time. Yeah, great guys there. Especially, this last week's show where I heard something about PPD being on and having a discussion with him about recent stuff. Pretty good stuff.
Sell out.
And there's that ZrRock guy. Oh, dude, yeah. This is look what I'm casting here. Anyways, a lot of pinging going on here in the middle. I
think saw the ward getting placed.
Who did though? Kinguin saw it, I think.
Yeah, Kinguin saw the Radiant Ward.
Yeah, theirs was placed first. All right, so they see that there. Rune situation gonna be even. Chaos Knight, man. Remember, this is a support Chaos Knight. After all these carry Chaos Knights we've been seeing, really have to remind ourselves of that. Gonna block out Jakiro, and just as we have to remind ourselves that this is a mid Jakiro, by the way.
That's not gonna go well though.
It's not gonna go well. Right.
Puts out a ton of damage.
Down goes Chaos Knight, Alpha 9. She's gonna walk it off. It's not gonna be enough damage for the final auto attack, and AA's now in trouble. The Courier's coming and kill the Courier at least. Oh, he kills Jakiro.
What?
Jakiro went back in. No, the greed is real. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have done that. Although maybe, hear me out. Did he want to die? Was that possible?
Not to a hero. There's neutral spawning in 5 seconds.
That's a long resurrection, though. I don't know. I think he might have been going back for the courier because the courier was delivering to him. So he just kind of didn't think that one through, though. Anyways, we're back in the middle lane now. 2-1 start for Effect here.
Is going to be super happy getting that, too. That's going to be more than likely a full extra null talisman, which just jacks up his damage in the early game.
Middle lane.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin wrapping around. Dire side, they did eventually counter that war that where they were spam pinging earlier. Go behind, by the way. The courier, the courier's on the run. Chaos Knight was trying to pick it off. We have what's like a try versus try lane middle here. I guess duel versus try. Jakiro at the tower. It's cold feet. It's going to proc, and he's dead here. Kasor, excuse me, gets credit for the kill on Chaos Knight here, but now he's going to be stunned up by the Impale. Another auto attack, maybe.
Windlace, but he's going to deny.
Oh man, he's too fast. He's too fast. He's dead.
They're the exact same move speeds, so going around a corner is how you die there.
Oh. All right, 3-2 start now. Definitely not afraid to have action here in this game, that's for sure. Good start. Next Assassin and Vizverim wrap around the middle lane. Can they really take up Templar Assassin here? Refraction level 2's ready. As we mentioned, they can take it off pretty well. Liquid Fire wore off, though. There, it's reapplied. The refraction goes down, but he is going to barely survive. Meanwhile, Nyx Assassin gets turn kill. What is going on in this middle lane, man? Jesus. It's a 2-for-1 there. Like it's 8 hero kills. Oh,
refraction came back up. Feels bad.
This
is so bloody. And just like that, we're back to a basically even game. So, taking a second away from mid here. So the way he should do fairly well into this Earthshaker. He just time walks off every time he gets thwacked by a W from Earthshaker. Exotic Deer should be able to handle himself just fine in this top lane. Mag can't even really come to lane. I do like what Mag did here, though. He grabbed an entire wave of creeps and ran them to the neutral, so he's getting double benefit with the farm.
Clearly not.
Well,
they're so deep.
Yeah, this is ballsy. I mean, they don't know he's here. They don't see him, at least. Now they do. There's a sentry put down by Skywrath Mage as they go on Jakiro. Again, the cold feet procs, and again, he's probably going to die. No, the stun from the Impale at the last second keeps him alive a little bit longer. They do run him down, though, but now Nisha, did he get overcommitted? Probably. He'll fall. Skywrath Mage gets credit for that one.
This guy's 4-0.
He is 4-1 even in this game. Already has one null talisman. Hell, maybe you go for another. Get the full veil of Discord here at this rate. Early on in the game. Seems like a pretty good item on him.
Big Bad Bird, a player from old Team Freedom roster, used to go 5 mantles and then just pound people out in mid lane with Qs and then just go die to Ancients over and over. Even with the longer respawn time, he's like, it's still actually worth it. The pressure you put out is just so much.
It's insane. Just spam damage and then kill reset. That would be an interesting strategy. Chaos Knight, meanwhile, is dealing with Magnus over here. And
like, he's going to kill Earthshaker bottom, too.
Yeah, you're right. Patos. Not enough for the turn. Our Zeke, though, is going to fall, and that is a lot of gold for Elisa. Stopping that bounty, 450 gold, essentially. 7 to 6 hero kills. Not even 5 minutes into this game. I don't even know what to make of it. I guess Ursa is kind of just quietly, not often Ursa's the quiet one, but farming the top lane. He's got phase boots coming. I almost want to, does he get like phase boots and then roam mid, like get involved in this action?
That's another kill on the THD. You're down. Here comes Skywrath.
And you got to run if you're those supports. Impale will miss.
It doesn't matter.
Does not indeed. Another one comes out and boop.
Ooh, the one.
Oh,
though. The one.
Just enough. Down to 15 life. All right, he lives. Gonna pop the shrine. Yeah, Ancient Apparition's almost level 5 himself. So you got Faceless.
He has been the huge benefactor here. He's the one not dying in most of these engagements. He's getting a bunch of kills. He's going to be 6 super fast.
Wow. Faceless Void in animation right there of the time walk. Just not enough, though. If he gets that off, he definitely lives.
Very heads-up build here from Earthshaker, getting 3 points in Aftershock, so he has enough to chain his spells and can actually keep Void stun through in a whole time walk. Like, that's very, very important.
Paying off there for Patos. Jakiro, again, this is supposed to be a core Jakiro. So far, the only farm, though, is not really showing that. He's 19-9. He's died 5 times?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's died every time they've rotated.
I knew he died a lot. I did not expect to see a number 5 up there. Or his
And if you look at his counterpart, Nisha, he's only fallen once. His supports have died a lot around him, but he's still doing okay.
So Ursa, though, Mask of Madness is actually queued up. Interesting. Just, again, there's just such good value on the side. And by the way, they find Magnus. Skewer, is that going to even matter? Yes, it will. Out of range. The auto attack not enough to kill him. So Magnus survives.
This roaming duo is actually working really well with the CK and the AA. Chilling Touch being enough damage to supplement the kills, and Reality Rift doing a cool thing where you can keep him in cold feet long enough to proc it, like guaranteed. The one issue they've got here, though, is Chaos Knight's got to find a way to keep mana regen coming in. He can't buy mangoes the entire game. So he is going to be picking up a rain drop that will help a little bit. I was kind of wondering if he wouldn't just bank and go straight Arcane Boots.
Yeah, that's true. That could definitely still be an option, if anything, but get some more stat-based early on. You mentioned also the infused rain drop here, mana regen. Going to be nice to have. But yeah, again, Ursa going the Mask of Madness here for his first choice. Not going to be rushing the blink or anything like that. Wants to get Mask of Madness.
I like it better than Vlad's Rush. I think it just does a lot more. It's going to enable him to take Roshan whenever he wants, which is going to be super important. Like, he didn't go many points in Earthshock because it's just not being contested in lane, which means his Roshan soloing potential is online as soon as he gets the Massive Death.
Skywrath is level 4 here, has an Ancient Seal now. Silence, you know, I guess on like a Chaos Knight, it potentially could be decent here, especially for a roaming Chaos Knight.
Stopping another cast of Refraction can be super important too.
True. That's a long silence as well, isn't it? Level 1, it's 3 seconds, all the way up to 6 seconds. And oh, by the way, it increases magic damage taken, which Jakiro will definitely like. And I guess even Bash procs technically, Faceless Void.
Bash procs in Chrono especially. That does a lot of damage.
Yeah. His own Mask of Madness is looking pretty good. So yeah, Sadoi's been also quietly doing very well. Obviously, he didn't die the one time we caught that, but overall, very good farm on him. Going to be just a little bit quicker getting the Mask of Madness than the Ursa. Ursa went full boots, though, where Faceless Void did not. Sitting on the brown boots here. So yeah, I'm really curious to see the build of Chaos Knight, both in items as well as even the talent tree. Like I was mentioning, you can definitely get talents like the 8 Intelligence off the bat to really help with that mana pool. For roaming here. Bottom. They're smoked up down here. I don't think they have enough locked in with these two. Maybe a TP in. Yep, Chaos Knight.
They have Echo and Ale. They have plenty of damage.
Pull them in. Echo. Not even necessary. You're right. They easily have enough.
Yeah, they didn't need CK at all.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Like, the only reason they wanted CK was so that you could get in range to Echo if you had to. Otherwise, if you had to Fisher from the back and then run in an Echo, there's a chance he gets time walk off.
So no Echo Slam needed, though. And Kassor, he's going to roam into the middle lane. Going on to Skywrath. Going to be stunned first by the Impale. Reality Rift will be out of range now. Has to turn around. Stampeding in his mag. There's the RP. He whiffed.
It.
He whiffed. Patel still made a fallen, though. Maybe not the stun. He's going to burn just a little bit too much, though, from Jakiro. But yeah, the RP. So, I mean, I guess technically that's what they wanted with it anyway. So they get the kill. But yeah, desperate RP right there.
Yeah, that was very ambitious. He was well outside of the range. And again, Ursa just making zero attempt to join in on this.
Nah, he's farming, man. That's what Ursas do.
To be fair, he's doing it pretty efficiently.
Yes,
Stacked up hard camp.
Oh, he thought Skywrath was coming in. Skywrath deciding better of it.
There's been so much chaos around this mid lane. Look at what it's done for TA's ancient camps, though. He's always had supports around to stack for him. I mean, these are large stacks for 11 minutes into a game.
Yeah, you're right.
You get a triple on bottom, you have a quad on top.
And TA doing that bottom right now. Working towards a Desolator. Always interesting to see the TA's options here. It's the Blink or the Desolator first. It's like whatever one they do, and in this game, Desolator is going to be the choice. Or TA.
It used to be Yasha all the time.
Did it?
Like, it's just whatever your most stat-efficient damage item is. For a while, it was drums, then it was Yasha. Now we're kind of back to just raw damage with Deso.
Chrono no longer increases bash damage. That's not what we were suggesting, bro.
Tower is under attack.
But that's good to know.
Structures are fortified.
What was I gonna say though? Oh yeah, the 3-man gank. Speaking of Faceless Void, it's the same 3 heroes. They roam into the jungle with the smoke, and they find him, and easy kill. Chaos Knight. He's level 6, but no Phantasm. Of course, being the roaming Chaos Knight. Maxing out just the Chaos Bolt and Reality Rift here. He'll leave the double damage behind.
So instead of getting Arcanes, he's just going to keep a Raindrop on him, hopefully at all times, and then just go a Medallion for that mana regen. There's the Chrono.
There it is, the Mystic Flare on top. They're going to definitely get Ancient Apparition. Chaos Knight should fall as well. Bash proc helping with that, so great response there from Effect. And now Exotic Deer is like, all right, hug me. Quickly burst down Faceless. That's a very painful
and
indeed.
DDTA is really trying to find somebody here.
Not going to happen. Shield port top instead. As Jakiro was causing issue at the tower. Jakiro does have enough farm early on to finish off the Veil of Discord at least. As he's going to join back with the team. So Faceless just when you think, all right, things are fine. Ends up dying to the Ursa right after. And that blink for Ursa is getting close to being finished now. And that with the Mask of Madness. This is going to be a very early time, but he's not even top farm. It goes back to TA just doing these massive stacks here as you're getting at. And the Desolator's almost finished, man. That is going to be insane damage at this point in the game.
Yeah, and with that, the Earthshaker's blink timing. He's going to have it at like right around 14:30. That's super fast, and it's going to pair really well with that Desolator on TA.
Boom. Nyx Assassin, speaking of damage, that comes out. There's an RP. Hits a couple. Skewers them in. Not really any follow-up, though. In fact, almost helped them, you could argue. As Ursa's like, thank you. Runs a little bit closer. Double kill for Exotic Deer, yeah. So really unfortunate game for the Magnus so far. And Jakiro, again, just continues the split push idea. Add a tier 2 tower. Castro, though, will port in and push out the creep wave as much as he can.
Time is money.
Earthshaker already has a blink, too. Just got that. Ursa's going to have his in a second. And TA, you know it's going to be coming as well very shortly after this. Desolator pickup here. Oh, they catch Jakiro. Showing off the blink for this. He has an Echo Slam. Ice Blast hits. Echo. Just out of range. Just out of range. Haste Rune. No, he's out of range. No. Worst case scenario. He blinks in, but I don't think, unless the hero blocks, man. Oh, my God. They actually got that. Yeah, Patos, I understand what he was thinking, but just out of range.
Yeah, he saw the haste rune and he panicked. His blink was going to be up shortly enough that he could have still blink echoed after the haste rune, but wanted to try to squeeze the damage in with the ult still on Jakiro there. Just an unfortunate turn of events.
Chaos Knight. He's probably dead. Found is trying to do a little bit of farm in the middle lane. Medallion queued up for him, but now that Desolator finish, he opens on with a spiked carapace. Pops a refraction though, and that's going to be a couple hits later. A dead Nyx Assassin. Ursa, he goes and does the bear hug on the Skywrath mage. Bash proc off the bat for Sudoi though with the Chronosphere. The enrage up. Now it's off though. Macropyre shockwave through, and Exotic Deer will go down. So pretty big Chronosphere there. Skewer backwards. TA refraction put up again. Gonna try to drop Jakiro if anything. Meld auto attack. It's not enough initially. The Ice Path catching her. Nisha, the trap. Nisha's really chasing right here. Maybe get a bash. Don't even need it. They do kill Jakiro. But the eventual death on the TA. So Kinguin going a little deep there. And Effect responded well.
Very, very well. I thought that was going to be terrible for them there, and Jakiro just putting out so much damage in that chrono. I didn't think they were going to bring Ursa down in that, and then it would have just snowballed so badly.
I thought it might have been level 2 Macro Pyre even for a second, but no. He still has a level 1, even at level 12, but Villa Discord on top of that too, you have to remember. So that amped the damage a bit.
Radiant's bottom tower
And he sure did have enough.
Dire's middle tower
Faceless
is
Void,
under attack.
Yasha is just finished. Going to be going for the full Manta next. Wouldn't be surprised to see his own Diffusal coming out after.
Yeah, you almost have to go that build when you have a mag. Just get as much base damage as you can so it gets empowered. They have a sentry here. They're going to see King R.
Oh, good start. Although the spike tier pace, the RP catches the 2 cores. His skewered backward Faceless Void went in though. It's a little bit awkward. But the macro, oh my god, did they melt ever. On top of that macro Pyre Ice Blast. Well, Ice Path. You get the point. Chaos Knight. Urn.
Oh, we got a new urn.
Is that dead?
It's enough.
Deny? Can you?
You can't deny.
Okay. I was just making sure you knew that, ZrRock. Good job.
My mechanics are pretty rusty at times.
Mine never are. That's 3 kills, though. Now, that was the God RP that they can ask for, or hope for, even.
Yeah, totally bailing the Knicks out of trouble there.
It was a little awkward again with the Faceless Void jumping in as the RP hit, but Jakiro, that damage coming out. The breath, the Ice Path, which he maxed out. I'm pretty sure he maxed out Ice Path first, by the way. So
No. He
Did he
maxed
not?
out the Pyre first. He was 224 at level.
Oh, okay.
Level 8.
Well, he has it now maxed out, so obviously a long duration. A nice assistant for such situation there. And that did seem like Kinguin's like, we have a great Roshan team. Let's just do a free Roshan kill. Okay, let's go Magnus. Ice Blast comes flying in late. It's always fun to see that. Just in case. But yeah, that seemed like Kinguin really figuring, all right, let's just kill Roshan quickly because of our lineup. But the effect really was right on top of it, ready to react.
Yeah, the timing was just so good there. Like, Nick's actually showing himself there probably stopped the Roshan from just being taken. If they just ignored Nyx, they'd probably burn it down.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
Faceless Void unites the bottom tower. Earthshaker nearby. So TA coming in. Faceless Void. He's not going to go further. He ports out.
They actually put Roshan in negative armor if they all use their abilities.
You know, they kill this Roshan very quickly. There's no question there. It's just can they really do it? But if you're Effect, obviously they're aware of that, so they're doing a good job of at least keeping information on the area. Ooh, Dire scan Skyrath coming up here. So Ursa, that actually gives them the cue to fall back. If they don't hit that scan, I wonder if he falls back there. Probably not.
It's a big ward find there from Skyrath, getting the ward that was giving all the vision, figuring out where the roams were coming in.
Counter ward accomplished. Chaos Knight pops the Phantasm. And just going to use it to push out this middle a little bit. Has the full medallion. Working on the Solar Crest, of course. As a follow-up item, TA has the Blink Dagger coming out now. So I mentioned pretty expected stuff here from TA as far as the start goes. Now, where does TA go from here? This is where it starts to vary a little bit. With the
you gotta feel like BKB is on our mind. There's just so much magic damage coming out, but if they open with an RP or they open with a chrono and you don't get it off, you're dead anyway. There's not really a lot of comeback potential, so it's gonna be a little rough. This next item is gonna mean a lot.
Diffusal queued out for Faceless Void, as expected there to go with the Manta style. Skyrath Mage is coming bottom lane. They know Earthshaker's in the area. In fact, they're going to find him here. Ice Path is just out of range, but the Impale will hit. And here's Skywrath. Throws in the Ancient Seal. And Afonange will pick up the last hit right there. So good find by them. Over here, Magnus. He's still running away. Chaos Knight's going to run into him. He goes in for the RP. Okay, he's going to bring in the Chaos Knight. Try to reality rift away, but that's not going to work.
Yeah, he saw an opening and he just took it. He's like, guys, I got somebody, come.
A reminder, though, that's just a support Chaos Knight. But still, figured the value was there, I guess. And for right now, you got both the cores of Ursa and TA just continuing to farm more, not really looking to make any plays happen right now. It feels weird because those blinks came out all in succession for Kinguin, yet they're really not going with them, right? Like, things have almost slowing down a little bit, and they're constantly spreading out and farming, it feels like.
Yeah, it's been a little odd. I think they got a little gun shy after they lost the fighter on the Rosh Pit. They're just playing real safe right now, not really making any aggressive moves. And normally they'd be out farming the Faceless Void, with the TA especially. But with Empower being on him, he's keeping pace very, very well in this game. Like, they're feeling like they can just avoid all game, that their late game scale's better. They're just, you know, we can do this if we just go till 50, 60 minutes.
Oh, they may find the Jakiro. Goes uphill just in time. Gonna spot them. Can they react? The Reality Rift pull, and there's the Echo Slam, and down goes Jakiro. The Spiked Carapace helping for King R with the Shrine Pop, but the auto attacks eventually gonna be too much, and Chaos Knight finishes the job. Now they go into Roshan feeling a little more comfortable here.
Sadoy just walks past AA. That was odd. He must have been shopping or something, because then he time walked back in towards him.
God, that Roshan just died so fast, though. Yeah, very, very good Roshan team. So AA, he eventually just walks away, and he'll be fine there. But a couple of picks that Kinguin was looking for. So they do smoke up. They make use of said blink daggers. They're going to get the mid tower on top of that, and it's almost like they heard that, or heard us here, ZrRock, and like, all right, fine. Let's go do stuff.
You want action, we'll give you action.
And it worked. 3,200 gold on TA also. So he might just go for the BKB first now instead. It also does have Diffusal queued up.
Yeah, I mean, the thought process on BKB is just always, do you feel like you have to buy it now, or can you get one more item and then still get to it before the game changes? And they're feeling pretty good right now. They just took the Roshan, so made look to go for the Diffusal. Like, you want to get BKB as late as you can. You just don't want to lose because you didn't buy it.
So again, with the way he's sitting on now, 4,000 gold, almost leads me to believe that may be the case. Because
just go Radiance.
Could have Diffusal by now. Yeah, sure. Could go Radiance. BKB finished on Ursa. Now, I will say, if Kinguin gets involved in a fight here with TA sitting on 4,300 gold, that feel a little unfortunate. But with the way things are looking,
that's going to try to just trade.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
One attack, there you go. Cool.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Pretty easy tower.
I'd expect them to keep going. They have all of their ults up. Yes, the Dire squad pushes faster than you, but you really don't want to fight into the Aegis anyway.
All right, TA did buy the Diffusal. BKB is finished on Ursa. Going for the overpower, trying to find somebody in the middle lane. Earthshaker. Also hunting, but whoever that was, it looks like it was Magnus. He actually skewers out even. They're chasing after him, so he gets away. And he'll be fine. Yeah, Magnus, you look at his progression. Midas Stone in there, actually has a Shadow Blade now coming. That's what you tend to see. And Faceless Void, his own BKB, is even coming along as well. Up here, what is this about? Nyx is just scouting. He has the Skywrath mage up here as well. I don't know if they can kill TA though by themselves.
Definitely can't kill Aegis. Oh, Sentry right on top of him.
Yep. They do have dust, and the TA trap right there as well. All right, so they get the kill.
Man, watching a TA this far ahead, it literally is just the delete button.
It is.
1 CC on anyone, and they just die.
Yeah, he's level 20, but you are right. Faceless Void is definitely keeping up, and you got to think in power for that. No doubt here.
This is generally like an Agi carries spike. They got their Manta Diffusal done. This is when they do the most damage until much, much later. So I'm a bit surprised the fact isn't trying to force the issue more and get use out of this RP in this chrono. I know there's an Aegis on the other side, but if you kill everyone else, you can always control the one person left.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
At last.
You see the top tier 1 going down as TA pushes it in there. Earthshaker has a 4-staff now. Working on the Eels. Ursa going to go the BKB Axe route. See this from time to time. Just really maximize that enrage, and also the idea that you just can't do anything to the Ursa. With both
the issue with that build, though, is if you get kited, like, yeah, BKB stops you from getting slowed, but doesn't stop 4-staffs from just pushing him away. King R caught again by a Sentry.
Yep, Sentry right on top of the shrine there. But you are right. So going to be relying quite a bit on his supporting cast to assist there. When it comes to sticking on people. But TA, man, a BKB's now even coming out, so he has both of those items that we were mentioning. Now we're going to be next in line for him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they're now pressuring the tier 2 middle lane. Aegis on for a little bit longer.
He's got to be careful, though. Only about another 15 seconds. And if Effect wants to go on this, they can time it right.
Yeah, you can tell they're grouping up as if they're ready to fight even. Got level 3 Macro Pyre ready for Jakiro. And there's the Aegis despawn. So that'll definitely be the cue to fall back. Very likely wait for another Roshan. Again, with how fast they do it. Almost seems silly for Kinguin not to. And they're definitely not in a hurry to make something happen. But as you're saying, if you're the Radiant side, the spike of Faceless Void with the items that he has. And here we go. They're going to try. They smoke up. Definitely were not seen here. I don't believe they were, at least, by the trap. I think they're on the uphill.
Radiant are scanning.
Jakiro will push out the middle. I mean, he's using spells there.
That's going to give away. Yeah, that gives away the smoke, though.
Yeah.
Because that ward there saw that he should have been seen. So they definitely know.
Well, they are going to catch up to Ancient Apparition at least. So they get one thing out of it, but maybe more? Ooh, Magnus almost got TA. That would have been the prime target. But TA's a little bit too quick.
Yeah, they just need to leverage this into objectives.
Mid-tier 2, that's an objective. An objection.
Ooh, if they can get Earthshaker here, they should feel totally content taking whatever fight. They could potentially break the base if they get to Earthshaker.
Next Assassin was setting up, but Earthshaker going a little bit too far to the right.
Mag's
the best Mag. RP, here we go. Kill TA. That's the name of the game. No buyback. Miss the flare, doesn't matter. 75 seconds. He's dead.
Dire's middle tower is under
That's the opening they were hoping for. They still have Chronosphere as well. That was not committed.
Yeah, they still got to be a little scared, though, because they know Echo and AA ult's up. So that's plenty to hold them off the base right now. They'll probably poke at it, but I can't imagine any sort of commitment. Unless they catch a Chrono on somebody.
Jakiro, good for that poking. Supply that liquid fire. Constantly burn down the tower. They catch the phantasms of Chaos Knight.
Missed. Great Dota mechanic. Wonderful.
And that means the end is here.
Is under attack.
So they fall back. But buy more time, more space, whatever you want to call it or how you want to look at it. Mag, he blinks away before they catch him. Unless, Fissure. Ooh, they see him with the Sentry, but doesn't matter. A little too far away. Top lane, Ursa just ported in here, or blinked in even. They may catch him. Support's coming. Skywrath has Mystic Flare, but the Impale missed. out of
Says
range.
is BKB now too. That'd be a really tough kill.
Oh. Jumping on him. No basher though or anything like that for Ursa, so can't stop. He's pretty committed towards that axe, which he almost has. 2,300 gold saved up. Already has the point booster, of course. TA, what is he looking for next? Okay, it's going to be a butterfly. Faceless Void. BKB just finished. MKB definitely not in the works here yet. Although once he sees that butterfly, I'm sure that's probably going to be an option for him.
They're looking for Nyx here.
Sentry at the rune area. Oh, they catch him. They know he's here now. Yep, can they actually catch up to him? They can. Faceless Void, though, coming in. Chronosphere? No, he's just going to go for the beatdown A. There's that Chronosphere. Catches more, including Chaos Knight, who drops on that Mystic Flare, assisting a lot of damage, too, to make the trio happen. In the back lines, they do lose a couple, though. Magnus and Nixus hasn't picked off. And now Nisha's running in with a full BKB. Patos is still here to assist. Missed the initial enchant totem, but Skywrath Mage is no longer here. Double kill for TA, and it could be more. Jakiro, good luck standing your ground. Eel Scepter going to be taken off pretty quickly right there with the Purge. Templar Assassin, though, caught by the Ice Path. Long durations of Bash procs, and they will take out TA. And now Jakiro having to deal with Patos, and he's able to do so effectively. The Liquid Fire causing issue. And somehow Effect does come out on top of the fight at the end. So we watched them initially while a couple of their other heroes were getting picked up elsewhere, just below them. But that Chronosphere to start obviously was huge.
Yeah, First Shaker didn't run out of mana there. I think they'd win that fight, but he just didn't have any more buttons left to peel. Man, games get weird when you get two people just woefully ahead of the rest of the game. Like, TA and Void are both a full item ahead of anyone else, and your supports just start to feel sad. Like, they just get beat down so easily. It was basically a 1v1 there, and the rest of them were just kind of pawns.
No doubt, Faceless Foot and TA were the big factors in that fight, but Sadoy is trying to do Roshan right here, and there's a trap scouting this the whole time. And there's a gem picked up on Magnus, though. So they'll kill the trap. Phantasm Army is going to be burned down pretty quickly.
No Chrono
longer.
No RP yet.
Oh, yeah, Chaos Knight's going in. They figure now's the time. Oh, Earthshaker jumped into the Ice Path as well. He doesn't even have Echo Slam. He's trying to get away now. Forest Staff. He's purged up, but he's over the ledge, so he's good. Roshan still has a lot of life left.
Chrono's up now, too, though. So's RP.
Time is money.
Yeah, bold dive there from Kinguin. Echo Slam's up in 20 as soon as TA jumps in. Mag reacts.
This gem is paying off so big right now.
They're pretty dark on the map here. All of a sudden for Kinguin, they got a little bit of vision at their top rune area, but other than that, it's just traps here and there. Which they do have one in the Roshan pit again, which currently is seeing that it's not being done, of course. Arcane Rune.
Yes.
Magnus.
This will do just fine.
Get more value out of the RP now.
Gold and
They actually smoke up right here. They were not seen doing it.
Ooh, if they can get Patos, it's the most important person to get a clean pick off on. If you stop that CC from coming in, the rest of the fight looks pretty clean.
Oh, they're just barely on the outside. Finally, they get exposed. Exotic Deer going to be found first. The Impale hits him. Kasor, he jumps in as well, but the Chronosphere hits just the Ursa, but it's going to drop him in the midst of it. He's staying dead. No buyback to be had. Jakiro kiting away Nisha, meanwhile, as they do get a couple more kills on Chaos and an Ancient Apparition. There's that Echo Slam going off. A pretty good one. Catches a couple himself, but the follow-up damage is not there. TA, again, he's dealing with Jakiro this whole time, trying to run him down, and Jakiro's doing a hell of a job kiting, and now the return damage. Nisha's in trouble. Nisha will end up falling. Has a buyback, but this is going to be a late commitment buyback. This middle tier 3 is in trouble.
Just in perfect position to instantly force buybacks. They already have it in the base.
Get a couple, but the TA's the big one. That's the one they might be scared of.
That's also the one they're going to push for, though. These two without Echo are not enough to push them out.
And there you go. The buyback happens, but just a little bit too late. Matherax is still going to fall.
Dire's middle barracks.
And now, of course, they start retreating, or trying to at least. They get caught with the dust. Time dilation comes out. If they kill this TA again, the bash procs happening. That's a dieback for TA. 100 seconds. ZrRock goes down. And this could be the beginning of the end now for Effect. As they're going to make their way top lane. Ursa's up in 10 seconds. Chaos Knight, remember, he's a support. Not as scary.
Ooh, nice blink out there from Mac.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And this top melee racks now, no doubt. Well, maybe gonna stay a little bit longer. Okay, so we're just trying to distract. He'll get pulled in though by the Skewer Sidoi. Time walking away. Exotic Deer running after them with that BKB. And in rage. Turning around now though. Look at Aphanine. She's plenty alive. He's still going to go. Yules them up. Macropire's put down with the Ice Path. And look at Ursa start melting away. Once again, no buyback. You call GG now. This should be it for Effect.
Yeah. I mean, this is an unrecoverable deficit. 22,000 gold, 2 sets of racks already. They either go for the end here or they back up and get Roche because they're still a tier 2 sitting bottom.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, they're going tier 4.
Dire's middle tower.
Frankly, a little bit surprised they're not calling the GG here, but they got Earthshaker up. Echo Slam, 25 seconds, so still doesn't have it. Ice Blast, another 30 here. He just recently used it.
This is really flexing the power of this Korja hero, though.
It is.
I mean, he kept an extremely farm TA busy and still didn't die.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Yeah, Jakiro was a great final pick, as I guess there. Props to me. No, but Aphanine obviously played it very well. And I gotta say, the few times I've seen a Korja hero, he really seems like he actually has a lot of impact in the game. So just another example of it. And continues to kind of, as you pointed out, flex this idea of the hero.
It's almost like a counter core, right? He's never going to do the most damage. He's never going to like have these really sweet game-winning individual plays. But he just makes your other cores so useless on the enemy team. Once he gets 2 items, he just kites you for days. And couple that with that insane pushing power he gets, I can see why people are looking towards this.
Yeah, most certainly getting more and more sold on that hero, and definitely one to continue to look out for. Not only in this series, but in general, we've been seeing it a lot. Very diverse pickup too, either from the 5 support to the 1 position even.
I'm just happy to see a Skywrath win.
I gotta say, Skywrath, outside of the early laning phase, which was a slugfest, and that's where Skywrath is going to be pretty useful, to be fair, so that's where it was nice for them to have, but you know, as the game picked up, I almost kind of forgot that he was there, but the occasional Mystic Flare
he was
came
pretty
out.
big in making sure Ursa died in all those mid-game chronos.
True. No, I'm not saying he wasn't useful, but I'm just saying, it just for some reason I just was like, oh, that's right, Skywrath Mage. I mean, you look at his damage output, he did more damage than basically anyone else other than Earthshaker on the other side, and was just very slightly more than him. So, yeah, and then when a 5 support can do that, you know that's pretty damn good, actually. Well, guys, we got another break, but we got game number 2 coming up. Effect takes the first game over Team Kinguin here in this best of 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm BreakyCPK, joined by ZrRock. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. The SkinCoin WCA continues next.